Station. Happy new comic book day. Happy Whiplash Wednesday with the PCP Army Bad Batch. That's right, guys. We're having a blast today. It all started over at Nick Comic Culture's channel, where he talked to give you a little bit of rundown what Cadets Toys and Comics has to offer on New Comic Book Day and what they have for figures and that. Which lands us right here with chatting with the comic community, episode 26. And I'm super pumped for my guest today. She throws out love throughout this community like no other. Guys, that's right. I am talking about HKWifey Sheena. Let me introduce her. Station.
Oh, thank you for that. That was so nice. Oh, I didn't deserve all that. Thank you.
Oh, yes, you do, man. Like, I hope everybody in the chat right now is just putting out hearts for you right now, because that's all you do throughout this comic community. And I'm super pumped to actually be sitting here talking with you today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Okay, my bad. I'm very happy to be here.
That's all right. No need to be nervous. It's just me.
Yeah.
So for the viewers watching right now that don't know a lot about you, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Sheena. On the chats, I'm HKWifey. On Instagram, I'm She the Geek. Late 30s. I don't know. Live in Vegas. Like to read. I'm somebody's mother. Somebody's partner. I don't know. I don't know.
That's all right. So, what got you into the comic collecting, comic reading game?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Actually, I only just started reading comics like a little over a year ago. So I'm not like you guys. Like I'm like an imposter. Like
I've only been reading for like a year and so too. So
okay.
You're not alone.
Yeah. So I think I started off like everybody else, like you know, the pandemic, looking for something to do. I actually have a regular Instagram page, you know, and I've always been like an avid reader, you know. I've always loved reading and been into reading and stuff, but I just read mostly like novels and stuff like that, you know, audiobooks and everything like that. And you know, Instagram will like your algorithm will bring up stuff, and I started seeing people just having pages for books, and there was like 3 accounts that popped up, and I was like, oh shit, you know, like there's this thing called Bookstagram. What is that, you know? So I started following a little bit, you know, like there was one girl named for fiction's sake, name was 13, and Molly the Gemini. Those are the ones that I really followed. Like it was like, damn, you know, their pages are good. Like I was like, I want one, you know, what the hell is a book? You know, like there's a whole community just talking about books. Like, hell yeah, I'm into that, right? So started my page, didn't really have any like activity on there, but you know, but I do remember on Nameless 13, she had posted something about Saga, and I didn't know what that was. And I was like, but I saw the cover, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? Like, I have to read whatever that is. I need to read it. And I ended up looking it up and bought the first trade, and then it was just downhill from there. Like I bought the whole thing, and you know, and then after that, I just started kind of like picking up a little here and there. And then around that time, I met Kelly, Spells and Monsters. Do you know her?
No. You're gonna look her up after this stream, though.
Absolutely. Okay, that's my fave. But yeah, no, she was like one of the first people I met in the book community, and she was just so welcoming. She was like, oh, if you have any questions, like let me know, because she's been reading comics for a long time. And I'm just like, wow, like this opened up a whole nother world, you know, like I didn't know anything about him. So, but that's basically where it started. So just because I saw it on somebody's feed, and then I got it, and then found the right person to help me down the rabbit hole, and then that was it. It was just head first. So
I'm guessing right now that Jennifer is like in the chat. As soon as you mentioned Saga, she's screaming Saga.
I'm screaming Jen all the time.
Yeah, her memoirs are great. So yeah, like I
I'm
remember
obsessed.
um I remember you and I talking about Extraordinary, and that's how I found out about
Yeah.
you loving novels and that you a avid reader of novels. So like,
Oh yeah.
let's talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that. Like, what novels have you read?
Oh, well, I read a lot. I usually just stick to like sci-fi fantasy, slutty romance, things like that. Like um I don't know. I've read a lot of young adult, but I've been trying to break free from the young adult section. So um I have a couple if you want to see like my favorite ones, if you want to see them. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I have just a few. Um this one is like one of my all-time favorite ones by Dean Koontz. It's called False Memory. Um Pretty thick book. Um it has to deal with like the psychiatrist and he's doing like twisted shit to his patients and everything. So this has always been one of my favorite books. I will pick it up and like just open it and start reading it. It's like one of my favorites. Um, Another book that I really recommend to people is Monday's Not Coming. I think I've talked about this all over my page. I love this book so much. It's very easy to read. Um, it's just about this girl and her friend comes up missing. Her name's Monday, and she comes up missing, and everybody's like not telling her the whole truth. So she goes and does her own investigation, but at the same time, like something's going on with her. So it's really good. It's really good. I recommend it to anybody. And uh, this book, Almost Perfect. It is about this transgender girl and she moves to this small town and this guy falls in love with her, but she's kind of like, no, like not the good time, but he's hella persistent with it and everything like that. And it's so beautiful and it breaks my fucking heart every time I read it. It's so good. Recommend it to everybody. Then this is one of my favorite books too. She Slipped and Fell, about these two girls. They are best friends and one night they get drunk and they end up falling on top of each other in the kitchen because they're so drunk, and then they ended up sleeping together, and it's just like kind of like what happens afterwards, like kind of looking at themselves, like you know so but very good. um and I think, oh, and then this series, I don't know if you ever heard of this. It's called the Mercy Thompson series. It's really good. It's like 12 books, very fast, very great world building and character building. I just love Mercy. And it's funny because I don't really like main character girls, but I fucking love Mercy. She's the shit. And that's pretty much it. But so you got to get a taste of like what I like, I don't know. Nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
that's amazing. And you're rocking the Dune book behind you.
Oh, that book is beautiful, isn't it? I only read like 3 chapters and I felt fucking dumb. I had to put it down for a little while, but that is like one of my most beautiful books I've ever had. Like, it's so pretty. But I'm gonna get to it. I heard like the first like 5, 6 chapters are really hard to understand, but after that it's like, I owe it to Jen to try it, okay?
Yeah, I have not read Dune yet, but like, yeah, Jen has like urged me to read
Right.
it, said it's great, it's fantastic. So, Jen, if you're
Yeah.
watching, chances are I'll read it. Sheena's already got into it.
Just for my boo. Yeah. No, it's beautiful. But yeah.
So, have you ever read any of the S.E. Hinton books, like Rumblefish, That Was Then, This Is Now, The Outsiders type books?
The Outsiders probably, yeah, in school. I don't think anymore. But I read like a lot of fairy tale shit. Like That's pretty much it. Like, I don't read to be smart or anything like that. So yeah, I enjoy
You
the
read
story.
to it. Yeah, you read just like to get lost in the story, get
Yeah,
immersed in
I
the
read to
story, and
just
that.
escape. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
So
that's fantastic. So moving on, your name on YouTube is like in all the chats, just HKWifey420. Let's talk a little bit about that because like that is Hello Kitty, right? Because
right,
you and
Hello Kitty.
Maria,
Like nobody picked out. I can't remember who picked up on it. It was one of the girls. They picked up on it that it
I
was
think I
HK.
think it
Like
was
nobody knew
Maria.
what HK meant.
I think it
It
was
used to be
Maria
my
who picked
game.
up on.
Oh, I think it was Maria.
Yeah,
I want to say it was her. So, it used to be my gamer tag when I used to play Call of Duty a lot. So I just came up with it hella quick, you know. So, and then it just stuck. And I was gonna change it. I was gonna take the 420 off, but I was like, fuck it, everybody already knows. So whatever. It is what it is. But when I
so
started Instagram, yeah. Huh?
so are you picking up like everything Hello Kitty now?
Oh yeah, I've always yes. I used to have, oh my goodness, I used to have tons of Hello Kitty stuff, but when I moved out of my apartment and I put my stuff in storage, a lot of my storage got broken into, and they stole a lot of my stuff. So I do still have like a lot of my figurines and like my little plushies and everything like that. But I love it. I love wearing it. I love having it. I just love her. She's so fucking adorable. I can't.
Yeah, I know
It's like
you
in
and
my room
Maria.
set up. You can see her. Like she's all over the room. Like I love her.
You
She's
and
so good.
Maria just love her to death. You and
Oh, I
Maria
know.
are always talking about her and that station. And Maria, if you're, I know you're watching because you were super pumped for this episode.
Oh, that warms my heart. I love her. Yeah. So that's how we became friends because Herm was like, "Oh yeah, Maria loves her." I was like, I already love her. Like, what the hell? Anybody that loves Hello Kitty, I love you instantly. You know, like. But I've loved her for a long time since I've been in high school and stuff. And it breaks my heart to think of all the stuff that I lost, but just gives me a reason to buy more shit. So.
So, is there any Hello Kitty comic books out there?
Probably. I know there's books, like regular books. I know I have the one book that it's pretty much like her history and how she started and all that stuff. Yeah, I have it. It's around here somewhere. But yeah, I haven't looked into the Hello Kitty comics yet. I actually want to start looking for those. And maybe I heard there's Roger Rabbit ones out there too. So I definitely want to start looking for those. So
I think Nick Comic Culture has some Roger Rabbit comics. I'm not too sure.
does he?
I could be wrong, but I think he does.
Because he's cool. That's why. I'm not surprised.
So, comics, books. Let's move on to cartoons. Like, what kind of cartoons did you grow up with?
Oh, dang. I'm in what, 80s child? So all the 80s things, you know, like I was really big into dang, Travis, you put me on the spot. You know, just the usual, like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and what was it? Tiny Toons, Looney Tunes, like all that stuff. Yeah.
I
Um
love Tiny Toons Adventures.
uh, Dude, have you okay, I was asking JR this. Have you seen Tiny Toons How I Spent My Summer Vacation? Have you seen that movie?
I think I probably did, but I don't remember it.
They went on their summer vacation and all these shenanigans happen and stuff like that. I still have that movie on VHS. I love that movie. Oh, I just love it. Like Tiny Toons is my shit. So
That was probably
yeah,
my
the
favorite.
Animaniacs, like all of that stuff, you know, like yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Animaniacs being back? Have you watched the new
No,
Animaniacs?
I haven't. No, I haven't watched it. Like, man, I feel like I don't even watch TV anymore. Like, but I would definitely be into that. Like, I would definitely want to see how they're doing with it. If it's anything like the old one, like I'll be into it. You okay? That sounds like my side of town all the time.
Yeah, all good now. Just loud
Okay.
for a second and then gone.
Yeah, no worries.
I watched a little bit of the Animaniacs and it was pretty decent. They do have
Okay.
all the original voice cast coming back, but
Oh shit. Okay.
they did get rid of Hello Nurse, who
Oh. Okay. Why is that? Because
well, just the whole how the world is now. They don't want to like bring out like a
right.
sexualized character into the cartoons again.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Okay. I'm with it. She was kind of unnecessary, I guess, but she was cool.
Well, she brought a whole new saying to the world. Like I remember, me and my friends would always be like, "Hello,
Right.
nurse."
Right. You're so funny, Travis. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Um,
Any other cartoons that you loved growing up?
um, I don't know cartoons. I can't think of like any cartoons off the back of my head. Movie that was a cartoon was like I was really obsessed with this one movie by the Chipmunks. It was the one that they were in the hot air balloon and they went around the world. Did you ever see that one? Oh,
Yeah,
that was whew, that was my jam. That was my jam. I still have that one on VHS too. So,
I think the
yeah.
one that I loved from the Chipmunks the most was the Christmas one with the harmonica.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that one. They did this one too that I used to have, where it was like all of their like greatest hits. You know, I used to wear that one out too. But like one of my favorite, I guess, shows or movies that had animation in it was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's my all-time favorite. So I remember just wearing that out. I know like every word in that movie. Like I think it's great. Even to this day, I think it's great. So yeah.
Now, the guy that played in Who Framed Roger Rabbit also played in the Mario Bros. Do you like that movie as well?
The Mario Brothers, the movie?
Yeah.
That movie. No, that was all right. It was okay. Like I wasn't too impressed by it. But yeah, that was the only reason why I wanted to watch it is because Eddie was in it, but it didn't do anything for me. So
I think at the time the two people they got to act as Mario and Luigi were perfect for the casting. It's just the
okay, yeah,
movie itself was not that great.
right. I wonder if they would make it again like today. How it would be, you know. So yeah. Oh, did you know that Roger Rabbit was based off of books? I did not know that until like 2 years ago. And I hunted down all the books and they're totally different from the movie, but separate, they're both good. So
So what are the differences between the two?
um first of all, one of the big differences is that Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit aren't in love. She actually despises him in the books, and I get why. But uh, Roger isn't as lovable as he is in the show, in the movie. He's kind of a dick, and um, yeah, there's big differences in the book, but they're both good. Like at first, it's kind of hard to read because of the way that it flows, but once you get into it, it's really good. Yeah. So, but she does say her famous line in it. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. She does say that in the book.
So is her last name different then? Because like she's not married to Roger Rabbit, so I'm
She
guessing.
is married to him. Yeah, she is married to him but it's like a whole big thing is why she's married to him and stuff. So yeah, I think it's worth a read.
So is it just all words? Like, does it have pictures in it? Like, is it a graphic novel type
No,
deal?
it's not a graphic novel. It's an actual novel. Yeah. I think I have. Oh, I think I have them. So there's first is Who Plugged Roger Rabbit. Then I think it goes Who Whacked Roger Rabbit. And then the last one is Who Censored Roger Rabbit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So everybody that's watching right now is like searching for these books, and it's going to be a whole hashtag blame Sheena type deal. So
That's fine. Good. Give me something else to talk about and have somebody to geek out with, I love it.
that's awesome though. I never knew that, and probably half the people watching didn't even know that there was a Roger Rabbit book. So
Oh yeah. I'm glad. Now they know. Now they have no excuse.
now, following Roger Rabbit, like a lot of movies that I plump into, like back when I was a kid, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Mask. Do you remember The Mask?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, the whole Jim Carrey, time and everything. Yeah, that was awesome. Who didn't like that movie?
You didn't like it?
No, I said who didn't like that movie.
Oh,
right?
I was just like, oh my God, you didn't like The Mask.
No, I love that movie. I can still watch it to this day and still laugh, find things to laugh about,
Yeah, it was fantastic. I didn't really enjoy the second one, but
there's a second one?
yeah,
Oh.
It wasn't with Jim Carrey though. It was Son of Mask, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I didn't
like.
I'm good.
Did you watch the cartoon The Mask?
A couple of episodes, but not enough to like talk about it. So, yeah.
What do you think about them making movies like back in the 90s? They did that all the time. Made a movie, and then they made a cartoon out of that movie, like The Mask. Men in Black made a cartoon. Godzilla made a cartoon.
Right.
What do you think about if they started doing that again, like with movies?
Yeah, I'd be with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, because some people enjoy books and some people enjoy the movies, and both. Like, I'm with it. Like, I'll definitely check it out. So yeah, I'm with it.
So you being a big fantasy lover, I'm interested to hear what kind of movies you love to watch.
Oh shit. Let's see, like my favorite movies. I don't know. Dang, Travis, quit asking me all these questions. I have no idea. Like, I like Lord of the Rings. I love that movie. I love the second one's my favorite. I used to love watching Game of Thrones. Let me think. I don't know, Travis. Why are you putting me on blast like this?
So did you watch The Hobbit and all them too?
Yeah. I liked it. I loved it. So, but the second one's my favorite. I'm not even sure why. Yeah, out of all three of the trilogies. But yeah. So, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna remember like a whole bunch of them, and I'm gonna end up texting you later. But like, I cannot think of any right now. Like, I feel so fucking stupid right now.
That's all right. A big one, like if you like fantasy and that, I know Stefan Missing Link is watching right now. He'd be like, "Yeah, you should watch this movie." It's back in the old days. It's with kangaroos that know fighting and stuff, and it's called Warrior's Virtue. Go look that up. Go try to find that, man. Like it's.
Is it?
Oh
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you remember that one movie? Aren't they coming out with it again? What's that little guy's name? Willow. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I watched that one when I was younger. I used to really be into the Muppets and stuff like that. Like when I was growing up, that was I couldn't get enough of them. Like so a lot of Jim Henson, all the stuff that he's done. Like I was really into that. I was scared half the time, but it's funny because like I could watch horror movies and stuff and be cool, but like the little things that he used to make used to scare the heck out of me. Like I don't I don't know why. So yeah, if anything.
Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and ask you because like I don't hear anybody talking about him anymore. But Mr. Bean, I used to love
Yeah,
watching Mr. Bean, and he
yes.
also had a
And he didn't
cartoon
have
as
to say
well.
anything. I used to love watching that show. Oh my God, he would crack me up, dude. Yes. And I used to like to watch those drunk ladies too. Did you ever watch the one, what is it called? The like Fabulous something. It was the two friends and they were always drunk and everything. You don't remember them? No? Am I making this up? Okay, never
Maybe.
mind.
Everybody's gonna be looking it up. I'm sure it's real. It's just I
Right.
don't think
And they used to smoke cigarettes and stuff and like they would just like have like this chip on their shoulder and everything. They were hilarious together. Like
I'm gonna
that's
look that
gonna
up
be my
later.
best friend, minus the cigarettes. Okay, we're just gonna be drunk and like just have a shitty ass attitude when we get older.
So you mentioned Willow, like of course you probably
Don't you
love
like it?
Star Wars.
Huh?
What about Star Wars?
That's cool. Yeah. Like look, I'm a big phony when it comes to Star Wars. Like I don't know half the shit that you guys know. Like I know like the basics, okay? And it's like I've always wanted to get into it, but I've never known where to start. I actually have the first novel that Hannah recommended, um, The Master and the Apprentice, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So, but yes, I've always wanted to be more into it. Like I thought that was very interesting. So
Yeah, and just to throw this out there, Star Wars is better than Lord of the Rings. Like,
mhm,
oh, you
absolutely.
agree? Oh, geez, I didn't think you would agree with me. A lot of people
What?
don't agree.
That what?
Everybody,
Star Wars is better? Yeah. Cool. Ow. I think. Okay. Next question.
next question. More fantasy talk.
Okay.
There has to be a lot more fantasy movies that you enjoy. I know it. I know that you love. You mentioned. What about Doctor Who?
I've never
That's a
seen it.
big.
I know my Kelly's into that big time. Like, and I like that's another one. I do not know where to start. Like, I told you, Travis, I'm trash. Like, I told you, I'm not that interesting. I don't know why we're doing this. Like, I told you, I'm really basic.
Listen, I'm sure people are watching right now saying that and loving that I'm chatting with you right now because I know I'm enjoying it. There's stuff that I found out that I did not know, like the Roger Rabbit things. It's just
Okay.
give yourself a little bit more credit. You're more interesting than you think.
Okay. I guess. I don't know. It's not coming to me. Well, I'm telling you, once we get off, I'm gonna be like, oh, this and this and that and this, like I just can't think of any right now.
So, what kind of comics are you reading right now that you recommend to people?
Oh, right now I'm really loving like all the Harley stuff that they're putting out. Oh, are you reading that puzzle box but with Joker? The Joker the
I
puzzle
picked up the
box?
first issue, but I didn't continue.
Dude, that is a sleeper. Like it's really good. I didn't think it was gonna be good. It was sitting on my my little pile for a while. And then I ended up picking it up. I was like, dude, I need to talk to somebody about this, like for real. Like it was so good. It's so good. I can't wait for the rest of them to come out. Gideon Falls just came out with the hardcover. I've been pushing that. Like I need people to read that. What else am I enjoying right now? I am reading. I try to read this one that just came out, but I couldn't get in. I couldn't get behind it. Human Remains, is that the one that just came out?
I
And
think
then
so. Yeah.
I'm reading like Nightwing, just like everybody else. I'm reading, Yara. I'm reading the basic stuff. But I started to go back and read some more Batman stuff. What came after The Long Halloween? I can't remember the name of it, but I started reading the one that comes after it. So And I feel like there's one that I am reading, but I just can't think of it right now. I got so much going on.
I know
I
you're
should put it on
reading
tablet.
along with like Sparks, Caroline, and Sister Joe. You're reading The Wicked and the Divine.
Trust. I really wish I could say that I like that, but I don't. It's not that I don't like it. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I do have like all the beautiful hardcovers. Like, I should have pulled them down so I could show you. But this is when I first got into reading, and I didn't really know. But V, Read Across the Stars, she was talking about it, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get them, you know. And when I started, I'm like, okay, and it's beautiful, beautiful to look at. But the story, like, I felt like I don't like stories that like they don't give you all the information. Like it's like you should already known something before you started reading that. That's how I felt, you know. So, and then I went back to try to read it again. I was just like, okay, like maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's just not for me, you know. And to be honest, I was reading it when we were doing that 90 days graphic challenge where we were reading. No, it was 100 graphic novels in 90 days. So I kind of just ran through it. And then I tried to go back and I was just still like, this isn't for me. But I wanted it to be so bad, but it's just not for me. And then when you said you loved it, I was like, oh, I'm glad somebody likes it. Like, and then Caroline said that she liked it. And then Sister Joe. And I was just like, damn, what am I missing? Is it just me? And maybe it's me. And that's okay.
So you read it all.
I have damn near. And
Nice.
I was just kind of like, So I'm missing. I had to go online and read the rest of them because I have the hardbacks of year 1, year 2. I'm missing 3, and I have year 4. Year 3 is out of print for the hardcover, and it's really hard to find. So, number 4, I have the really pretty slip cover that goes over it. So,
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying them.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on like what your preference is in reading, what you enjoy to read.
Like, I felt like it was like right up my alley, and I was just like, hell yeah, this sounds like so good. And then I was just like, what is going on half the time? I'm like Mars when she says like my little baby brain. I was like, dude, I don't know if it's just me or I don't know. Like, but I feel like stories shouldn't make you feel like that, you know, like they should give you the information, and I don't know. It just wasn't for me. But they look pretty on my shelves though. So
yeah, it's beautiful art inside the books.
mm-hmm.
It's just
gorgeous. I know that they switch it up like halfway into the series, and there's other artists and stuff on at least one of the volumes that I remember. So, but it's still gorgeous.
like,
Yeah, man, I would just sit there and just look at it. Like it's gorgeous.
Another thing that's gorgeous is
Oh, I know. They're the fucking cutest little couple ever. So cute.
I know you enjoy them.
You're like, who is this creep?
Everybody knows who you are. You show so much love throughout this community, Sheena. You don't realize how many people love you.
No, I love them. Like just like I said on Fable Show, like I feel like I've been waiting for you guys all my life. Like I feel like I found my place. Like, and it's funny, like when I first started my Bookstagram page, like I'm looking at everybody's feeds and I'm like, holy shit, like this is what your page is supposed to look like? Like I can't keep up with this. Like there's no way. I don't know how to take pictures and stuff. Like it was just hella overwhelming. And I almost gave up. I almost like deleted the whole thing, you know, because it was just hella stressful, like trying to like post stuff and trying to like keep up with everybody and stuff like that. Like just the pressures of, and that's no fun, you know. And then I found the comic book side of it, and it was way different. And it was more like about the books and about talking and about like building each other up and stuff. And I was like, yes, this is what I've been looking for. This is exactly what I wanted. And it's turned into something way bigger than I expected it. And I didn't expect to meet all the people that I have and have all the people in my life that I do. And I'm just like hella grateful that I didn't give up, you know? It's wild. I couldn't imagine my life without a lot of you guys in it. Like, so
Yeah, it's an
funny
amazing
because
journey
like
that
the
we.
book part of the novel part, like the book part, um, and this is just my experience and my like outlook on it. It's like that part of it, it's more like competition and, you know, vicious and, you know, tearing each other down because you're trying to like, you know, be the best or whatever the case may be. But and it's funny because I didn't know anything about comics, and I guess I was like thinking like all the stereotype typical stuff. It's like, oh, it's just for men, or oh, you had to start a long time ago to be respectful, or you just can't come in. Like, no, you can literally start today. And the comic book side is way more, you know, accepting than the other side of it, you know. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So the
Yeah,
least I can do is
we
like post your guys' stuff and like your guys' stuff and, you know, like be there for you guys because you guys are all awesome. So
you're amazing too. Like you were doing that before I even met you. I remember seeing you in Jennifer's chat and just sharing the love with everybody in that chat.
dude, we were just talking about you. I was like, who is this person? Like what is I see him everywhere. But yeah, you were one of the first people like Jen and I'm trying to think. So I met Victoria first and we started chatting. And I remember she asked me to, you know, join. I think it was her and Dan and Gambit and Jen on the panel the one night. And I remember just sitting there, just watching them. And I was so in awe. And I was like, who is this Jennifer person? Like, look at these women up here, like talking, like outshining these men and stuff. Like, I was just like in awe. And then I remember seeing Jen on live. And do you remember when she used to go live sometimes on IG at first before she started her
Yeah.
YouTube? Remember she used to like the way she used to wave used to kill me. I just love it. And then she moved over to YouTube, and she was actually one of the first besides Justin's channels that I started watching. But that's where I saw you, and then just picked up on the whole everybody's channels, like, you know. So I never actually knew anybody on YouTube. It was like YouTube was more for like stupid videos that you used to watch and stuff, not actually knowing people that did streaming and everything. So wild. But yeah, you were always so welcoming. You know, oh, and then I remember the first time I saw Mars, I was like, holy shit, who is this? Like, look at her in all her glory. Like, I was in awe. Like, I'm just in awe with all these women that are in this community. Like, so let me stop before they unfollow me and stuff, thinking I'm a creep or something.
Oh no. I know Jennifer and Mars adore the heck out of you. I know V
I love them.
adores you. Like Justin, Sith, everybody adores you, Sheena, and
I
you
love
just don't realize it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't be doing anything. I don't be doing anything.
It's your presence in chats and that, and it's just who you are, and it rubs off on people, and it's just you're lovely, you're bubbly, and you're just full of love, and that rubs off even in the chats. So
Yeah, I think that who was it talking about? I think it was Morbius, and he was talking about like how people act on social media, and I get that. Like you try to put on this persona, but this is just me. Like that's all I got. It's just me, you know. And one thing I don't have a lot of is time. So if I put time into you, just know that I feel like you're worth it, you know. So I could be doing 10 other things instead of watching you or liking your stuff or anything like that. So you matter to me, you know. So and that's all I can give. Just me.
that's amazing. See, and everybody's probably giving you hearts right now in chats. So just know that.
I will not be watching this over. I will not.
Why not?
It's so weird. No, absolutely not. You're gonna burn this after we get off. Remember, that was the deal,
All
guys.
right, I'll burn it. So yeah, moving on. You've made your way across YouTube. Like, I guess I was gonna ask you how you got into like YouTube, who you started following first, but I guess you
Yeah,
just told me like you went
I
from
think it was
Jennifer on
Jen.
Instagram
Yeah,
to
no, it was no, and I think it was Justin too. But when Jen moved over, when she put in her stories that she had like a YouTube thing, like, and then she started posting every Sunday and stuff. And like, I remember I wouldn't say anything at first. I would just sit there and watch and listen and take notes and just be in awe, like. But then I started saying hi every, or start chiming in, and she was just so nice. And I remember like. And then Justin started his thing and started saying hi, and then I started meeting all these other people, then seeing you, and I'm just like, oh, this is wonderful. Like, it's a whole big community. But yeah, I believe Jen and Mars show and Justin were like the first ones. So, and then you guys will be like, oh, watch this one, or oh, watch this one, and then yeah, so it just all trickled down, So
yeah, it's amazing that this like I felt the same way like coming into the comic community as well. Like, oh, these people know a ton about comics. Like, I'm just a newbie. I'm just coming into this comic community and I know nothing. Like,
mm-hmm.
But how welcoming they are. Like, people want new people, new readers, and new comic book people. So they'll help you. They'll answer the questions that you need, which is
You
so
ask for
great.
nothing in return. That's what trips me out. They never ask for anything in return. Like, they're just like, yeah, and they help you. And oh, I feel like I have no idea how many times I've asked like umpteen questions, umpteen times, and everybody's been hella patient and helpful, never asked for nothing in return, at least on my side, So it's just wonderful. It's a beautiful thing.
And the same thing goes with the YouTube. Like, I'll shout out people and other people shout out people, and like,
Right?
go check out their channels. If you like them, you like them. Could be your new favorite
Right.
channel. You never know.
Absolutely. Right.
And it's so great because like
I never thought
you
I was
never
gonna be
know.
like,
Like,
right. If you asked me like a year ago and stuff, like I'd be sitting up watching deli, people slicing deli meat and stuff and laughing my butt off about it, I'd have been like, okay, or even watching grown people with their toys and stuff. Like, I never thought in a million years, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just happy for all of you guys. So
I'm taking a look at your slabs up there. Like, what kind of slabs do you have sitting up there?
funny story, all my slabs are either ones I've won or they were given to me. So I have, let me see, I have this Catwoman one right here that I absolutely adore. And then I have this Harley one that I absolutely adore. And then I actually won these three. I don't know if you can see the Star Wars and the Static and the Naomi one off of giveaways. So that's it. I love them.
Okay, I did not notice this until like right now. Until like you moved around a little bit and I saw it actually in its glory. And I'm kind of like freaking out a little bit. You have Lucille sitting there.
I do.
Like,
I
that's
do.
crazy. I hope Sister Joe is watching right now because she's a huge Walking Dead fan. So is Big Herm.
Is she?
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
I love her. You know what? And it's messed up because of what Lucille did to a certain character and stuff. But to be honest, Negan was like the best character in the story. I'm sorry, please don't hate me, please don't hate me. But yeah, in the comic, he was the best character. He was the man, he was so much fun, even though he was such a like he was so much fun. So yeah, I love my bat. I just got it. So
Yeah, he was a very complex character. Like, yeah, he did what he did, but he was a very interesting. Like, you wanted to know about this character. You were there every step of the way, wondering why he acted the way he acted. Who is this
right. And
guy?
you read
What was
like
his life
the
before?
silences. Yeah, right. You just wondered why he was, and then now they I don't know if they're still gonna do them, but they did the side stories of him, and you just realize like, man, like the things that he just went through, you know, and you try to like see where he's coming from. Even when him and Rick met and the whole scenario that went down, you know, you kind of see it from his way too, you know. So I want Herm and them to start breaking down Walking Dead, and maybe I'll sit there with them because it was interesting. Did you ever watch the show too?
Yeah, like me, I'm a couple episodes behind right now, but
Okay.
probably about and I know Big Herm is caught up as well on the show.
Okay.
And
I
Sister
stopped
Joe as
watching it
well.
when Negan came in. That's when I stopped watching it. I was like, and I hadn't read the comics. I actually owned the comics for a long time. That's another story. I actually owned the comics because I was in love with the show. So I wanted like, you know, things from the show. And I was like, holy shit, these are actual books. Okay, I'm gonna get them. And I never read them because I was watching the show, you know? And there was parts like I didn't want to relive, just like Game of Thrones. Like I love Game of Thrones and I want to read the books, but I really don't want to go through all that heartbreak again. But I ended up reading the whole series, and man, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. I was able, like, I'm collecting the deluxe
Okay. Yeah.
Walking Dead and stuff just to have single issues
Color
of it
one?
in color.
Yeah.
But I've read the original series like in black and white, picked them up.
Mm-hmm.
Great place
Mm-hmm.
to utilize on that if you're a new reader is go
Mm-hmm.
to your local library. Sometimes they
Mm-hmm.
have like big hits there. That's how I've read iZombie. That's how I've read all the Walking Dead.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
I
you hear that, Justin? Use your library, Justin. Cool blood, Justin. Jerk. Yes,
oh, what
a
was I
lot of
gonna
my
say?
series, like Hoopla, like my library has saved me tons of money because sometimes like it's cool to buy the things and have them, but like what if you don't like them? And a lot of the ones that I picked up from the library, I'm like, I'm so glad I just borrowed this one because it's nothing that I would want to keep, you know? So yes. Yes.
Yeah, you got to think about that too because like you got to think like, all right, is this a book I want to just read or do I want it in
Hmm.
my collection forever?
Hmm.
Like, do I want to keep it in my
Right.
PC? I know with a lot of books that I collect, I do collect a lot of what ifs, and I've been going
Hmm.
back and trying to find a lot of the Eclipso books. Those will
Okay.
always be in my PC. And this is the
Nice.
thing too. I don't care about the grade. They could have spine
Right.
ticks going down and stuff. This is
Hmm.
my personal copy, and I'm probably going to read it. Who cares? It's my PC copy.
Right.
Um, but yeah, libraries, fantastic.
Right. And I have like a lot of used books. Like if you look on if I actually start pulling them out and stuff, like I'm okay with the paperbacks and I'm okay with the used books and stuff like that. Like I'm not, you know, it's the hardbacks and the collector's editions, they're beautiful, you know, but I'm okay with just having, just like even with my comics, like I take care of my comics and stuff like that, but like slabs and stuff like that, or like going after certain things, like I just like to read, you know, I like to read and spend money. That's my thing. So
And some of that DB money.
yeah, that deep.
But where I was getting to with picking up The Walking Dead from the library was
Oh yeah,
I
sorry.
do agree that Negan is a great character, but one of my favorite ones that was a late addition was Princess, and she's
Princess.
actually in the TV show now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, she is. She is so much fun in the comics. Like she's a very underrated character. Her and well, Michonne was badass in both. Okay. But what was another character that you know what? I didn't really like Glenn and what's her name in the book, but I liked him in the show. And I liked Rick better in the show than I did in the comic, if that makes sense. Like, but Princess was awesome. Like I wish they would do like a side story of Princess too, like what she was doing for that whole year. You know, when she said that she didn't see people for a long time. I wish they would do something with her, you know. That would be dope. So
Yeah, I really enjoyed her as a character.
mm-hmm.
But
Is that Creed
as
still alive? He is so annoying.
Yeah, he did get better though
I
in the
hope so.
show.
He's still alive. I was like, why are you still alive?
Maggie came back in this
Maggie, that's her
last
name.
season.
Okay.
She came back in this last season. She has her son with her as well.
Okay. See,
It's a
yeah,
season
I
worth
couldn't
going
really like
back to
Maggie or
because
Glenn in the book, but in the show I loved them, you know, so
this is the last season of The Walking Dead, I do believe. But they
okay.
also they're
Go
continuing
ahead.
with the Fear of the Walking Dead and a new Walking Dead show like World of the Walking Dead or something like that.
Oh, okay. Man, I
So,
need to get on it. Have you seen Black Summer?
no.
Oh, it's on Netflix. It's wild. It's wild. You should watch it. It's wild. It's like
Now,
zombie.
now I do
Oh,
gotta say
okay,
this.
but no. I don't think you'll like it because it's gory and you don't like things like that, right? Correct?
Correct. Holy crap, you knew
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You pay
Yeah.
attention.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and here's another thing too. Some things that are on Netflix in America aren't on Netflix in Canada.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true because you guys get to watch Working Moms before I do, and I'd just be too mad about that. So, have you ever
Um,
seen that show?
is it called Working Moms? Is it?
Yeah, Working Moms.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it is hilarious. Hilarious. You don't even have to be a mom to watch it or anything like that. It's just a comedy and it is it is hilarious, okay? Them women are they're too funny. So anyways, but yes, I understand what
So I'll check that out. Working Moms. I'm gonna check that out.
you're saying. Yeah, Working Moms, and I would say Black Summer, but I don't think you'll like it. I don't now that I think about it, I don't think it but it is zombie stuff, like and it is horror and like it's very fast, it's way more fast paced than The Walking Dead. So I miss
Another
watching The
show
Walking
that
Dead.
I actually am watching now. I have the last episode to watch. What was it called? Midnight Mass on
Okay,
Netflix.
okay,
Check that out. It's a little slow getting into it, but
okay,
it's really it gets really good.
okay. Yeah. I'm always
So
looking for stuff to binge. Right now my show is like 911. I got Victoria watching it. Everybody watch 911 too. But yeah, I love Netflix. I haven't watched it in a minute though. I'm too busy watching YouTube shit. So
so before we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you so much, Sheena, for stopping by and chatting with me.
well, thank you for listening to me babble about nothing for an hour. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. I don't
And like I said, guys, earlier, this is Whiplash Wednesday with the PCP Army Bad Batch. Nick Comic Culture was earlier. Guess what? He's dropping another video. He's overcompensating for something. I don't know what. But go check out Nick Comic Culture. Then after that, new addition to the PCP Army Bad Batch is Brandon Comics Kings. He will be joined by the other PCP Army Bad Batch member, Missing Link Stefan, where they're going to be ranting about something this week. Who knows? Go check out what they have to rant about. Then Big Herm Collectibles and Sam from Sam's Tangled Web, hashtag Sam to 1K, are going to chop it up about movies, Marvel, DC, Image, Indies, who knows? Go tune in and find out. And then ending the night in fashion with my man Cryo Prime, Station Cryo Prime, is what are you geeking out about? Cards, toys, collectibles, statues, they'll be going over it all. So go tune in to the Tomorrow Show. So Station, Sheena, thank you so much for stopping by, chatting, talking about everything great. What is some of the books that you're reading right now that I know you're reading Extraordinary. I want to hear like a book that you don't hear a lot of people talk about that you are really enjoying, that you want to tell people to go try out.
I know it's an older book. Let me see. So I said Gideon Falls. I said one of my very favorite ones that I just read recently that I have to thank Kelly for. She always does this. She always finds books that are not finished, and I get hooked on them, and I am obsessed for no reason. But Lady Killers is really good. I don't know if you ever read that. That one's really good. And Black Magic. I swear to God, everybody needs to read Black Magic. It is so good. It's beautiful. It's so good. The only person that I know that's read it is Victoria. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But Black Magic, it's the Book of Shadows. It's the first one. So very beautiful. It's about this cop, and she's actually a witch, and she's like one of the most powerful witches. And this organization is like witch hunters, and they track these witches, either whether they're good or bad, you know, to kill them and everything. And then her best friend is a witch, and she ends up falling in love with the witch hunter. It's like, it's so good. And then like the demons and stuff are trying to get the main character to turn bad and stuff like that. It's so good. I'm not explaining it good. Just go read it, okay?
Just go try it out. That's all you need to do. Go try it out. It doesn't hurt.
Oh, and another one that I just read too was that Harley Quinn criminal. What was it, like the Criminal Minds or something like that? It was like Harley.
Yeah, it was like Harley criminal insanity or something like that. Yeah, I heard that was really good too.
So good. I know, like a lot, you know, like there's people that really don't fuck with Harley and stuff like that, but that is really good. The art in it was beautiful. That's one I read from my library. I wasn't too sure about it, but definitely going to add that to my collection. It was really good. The art, the storyline, like it's really good. So yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, guys, you heard it here. Go check them out. Also, go check out Sheena's Instagram. The link is down below. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and ding, 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 that notification bell. Just like Big Herm Collectibles likes to say, Station Big Herm. And as always, guys, you got to make sure to always stay nerdy, my friends.